We could just go shave and go bring them home. And I don't know.
Yeah, like I shaved and brought home.
I guess I'm a Joshi Con.
Whoa.
Okay. You guys heard it here first.
Yeah.
It's recorded. We're not cutting this out.
Get on him.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Otaku Rated. With me today, your host, David. I'm here joined by my fellow friends. We got Sia, Justin,
What's up?
and Andrew.
Hello.
Today we will be reviewing the Kenshin movie that just came out. What was it, Thursday or Friday? Friday. That just came out Friday. So
June 18th.
we'll be having that discussion, and we'll be having our own thoughts on what we think about live adaptation of mangas, animes, or anything that's been written to live action, basically. So
I mean, technically, it came out earlier, but to an America,
for Americans,
Yeah. It just came out on Netflix on Friday.
Yeah.
yeah. So
just saying.
who wants to kick it off like always?
I can talk about it because
like always.
like always. Yeah.
Always somebody
It's
always
usually-
kicks it off for us. You know, it's never the host who kicks it off. So.
It's usually
Andrew that kicks it.
It's usually Sue or me, but since Sue's not here, for the Kenshin movie, Rurouni Kenshin, the final. It's the fourth movie in the series, and we've all watched the first three, right?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only watched the first one.
Pretty
one?
sure I
Okay.
saw it.
First one and the second one. I didn't
I
watch
only
the
seen
third
the
one.
first 4.
I remember him fighting the first 4. I remember him fighting the little kid. That's
but then he didn't beat him.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was
That was the second movie.
Second movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally, I thought this movie was just okay. Like, it wasn't bad. It's definitely like still the whole entire Kenshin series is still one of my favorite live action adaptations.
Yeah,
It's just like, I don't know. It was just missing something to make it better than the previous movies. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like it's using the same formulas as all the previous movies. It's just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
It didn't go above and beyond. I mean, like, the final fight was pretty cool. I still like that. But like outside of that, it just felt very average for a Kenshin movie. It just feels like any of the other Kenshin movies.
I feel like for this movie, they should have, for the Shisho arc, they split it 2 parts. They probably should have done it for this one too, because this arc alone, the manga was pretty big and very detailed. But this one, they shortened it really a lot. I mean, they gave it 2 hours and 2 hours and 30 minutes.
No, this one was only like right around 2 hours. That's
Right
it.
around 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think that was enough to fit the whole entire arc and all the details that went to it, because we don't even know who the other 4 warriors were. They kind of was just in there. They didn't explain. So unless you read the manga, you don't know who they are.
That's a good point. Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't really rushed, but I think because they excluded a lot of the characters, they just went with a main storyline and just went off of that, which wasn't a bad thing. But I think with like an anime adaptation or manga adaptation, it's nice to know the little things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think personally, in my opinion, it would have been better if they did the next movie first. And then this movie.
The Samurai. Well, it's not
the
called
beginning.
Samurai
It's
X.
called, the next one's called Rurouni Kenshin: The Beginning, which is gonna cover the. They already showed they already spoiled the whole thing. they had the flashback.
14 parts as flashbacks. Like, why?
Yeah. They showed like all of the important things as a flashback in this movie in the final. So I was kind of like, wait, what's the point of the next movie? Almost.
Yeah, you said it like 10 times throughout the whole day.
Yeah. And I was like, they should have shown that movie first and then had this movie. I felt like it would have had a bigger impact.
True, yeah.
Yeah, because then the flashback would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But now they're introducing. I guess in a way it's cool too, but then not when you give out that much information.
Yeah. I was surprised at how much they showed of the past of Tomoe. In the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
They literally showed the whole story of how Kenshin and Tomoe fell in love, and then he killed her. But at least they didn't show the reason why, though. You know what I mean? Like
No, they did show the reason why.
No, I mean, they didn't show in detail.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Spoilers, David.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what I
this episode will be full of a lot of spoilers, so just so you guys know.
Dude, it's Kenshin. It's old.
I mean, like, I mean, you know, like, because you saw when she met, because you saw the guy that was gonna attack Kenshin, then she jumped in the way, right? Held him back, and then Kenshin sliced them both. So, and then you saw the flashback where she's talking to him and some other people, and they're basically, you know, like, oh, tell us Kenshin's weakness and whatever.
Yep.
So you know, they're like working together and stuff like that. But it was just kind of like you didn't see the events that unfolded that led to that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you saw the final part, the final moment, which kind of, you know. It's kind of like the most important moment, to be honest.
It's like that at that point. It's like the details didn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
You already know the ending.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If someone spoiled you the ending, you kind of want to watch anything else anymore.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed in seeing that, to be honest. But overall, like I said, Kenshin is still probably one of my favorite live action adaptations. It's better than most of them by far.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the action, I love the action in here. It's like in all the Kenshin movies. I mean, in general,
it's
the
next
actions
level.
are good. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say next level, but
for a live action adaptation,
for live action, I think it is next level for live action.
Yeah,
because the choreography for the sword fights over the top.
Yeah,
like it was super flashy. Of course, you never use no those movies.
You don't, in a real sword fight, you don't do that.
Oh man,
like,
that shit was tight.
I agree.
Those fights were nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think in the beginning when we was watching it, and freaking was it? And she kicked the one dude.
Yeah.
and he just flew.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah.
What?
That's an anime kick right there. If you kick like someone like that in real life and actually flew like that, you are strong.
You're not human.
Yeah,
he didn't fall back. That dude just flew.
That dude flew into the next train. Yeah. It's true. I mean, like I said, this is I like this the Kenshin movies because they're still a kind of over the top because you know you got the bad guys that laugh like all hysterically and stuff like that, but they're not. That's a little over the top, but when you watch other movies, they go like too far over the top. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this one goes over the top, but it's kind of like it didn't go too far.
They kind of still keep it where it's like believable.
Yeah.
It could be a real character.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, that dude definitely won't exist.
Yeah, it's a nice touch to the character instead of like.
It's not perfect in my opinion. I still think it's over the top, but it wasn't unbearable. You know what I mean? Like in some other live action, it's like. Oh my gosh, they're going too far with this character.
Yeah, well, when you say that, I'm thinking like they got the anime body position art, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got that bad guy look, and then they do a laugh, and it's super loud and
but then their face is like super distorted too. And stuff.
Okay.
And then the thing I like about the Kenshin movies is that the wigs don't bother me as much. Because like in other series, they wear like some really like you could really tell they're like fake hair. This one, it's not that bad. Like
I feel like Kenshin's hair was actual hair, but I'm like I keep forgetting that's his wig because he doesn't have hair that long.
Yeah.
The way they did the way they did the wigs was really
it looks more realistic. Like in other series, like you could tell they're wearing like this fakest looking hair you could possibly see. Elsewhere.
They got a really good
like makeup and costume design. Yep. I like it.
Because I know with wigs to make them look realistic, you got to do a couple like.
Yeah, there's like some tricks and stuff.
Couple, you got to do actually a lot of stuff. For it to look really realistic. Yeah.
But to be fair though, Kenshin is a much more grounded series. You know, it's basically samurais back in the past. Versus like trying to do something like Attack on Titan or like or terraformers or you're fighting aliens. They're wearing like futuristic sci-fi suits. And
it's much easier.
So it's easier to do Kenshin, but they did a good job still. You know, you could still mess it up even if it's an easier thing to do.
They've done that to plenty where it's just in general like love animes, romance anime, and the live adaptation of that sometimes will suck just because the characters.
Yeah, usually it's like not as good acting or just. They cut out a bunch of like good important story moments.
The part that everybody liked, they just went directly to because like there are some parts in this in between that's funny and that people like, but they cut that out because it's not important. Yeah, and that gets to a lot of people. I've noticed that in like a lot of live adaptation.
Yep.
But I like Kenshin due to the fact that they didn't they followed the storyline, but they followed it in their own fashion where they kept it still like in chronological order, where he first goes and fight the. Was it the cocaine or is it?
The drug. Basically, the drug. That's how they met Megumi, and then basically she went on their side. Yeah.
How they still follow that timeline, but they did it in their own fashion. But they did it in a way where it followed the timeline. They still got the companions in that fashion. Instead, like the goal. First story arc, they got everybody already. In the second story arc, it's where the Shishio is not Shishio and it's something else.
Yeah,
they didn't do any of that. Shishio was still Shishio, Enshi was still Enshi, and Aoshi was still Aoshi in the first movie. So I like how they did it, but they did it in a different way, their own way, where they can't fuck up the original storyline, but they added their own little flavor and twist to it to give us a different feeling. Because if it was just a straight up live adaptation of the series, I think it would be like way big failure. So the way they improvised and did it, they directed it, that shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing really is because clearly I am an action geek. I guess I'm into a lot of action anime. So what really drew me into it, what we already talked about before, was the action. I thought the choreography and stuff was pretty good.
Yeah.
And the actor for Kenshin, Takeru Sato, I've watched him since Den-O, and I think that's when he really broke out. Kamen Rider Den-O, and I liked him in there. I thought he was pretty talented because he had to play like a multi-personality character in there, so it was pretty cool to see that. And ever since then, like I feel like he did Kenshin, and then he popped off, and then he was in a bunch of other movies. Because like I was talking about how good the action was for Kenshin. The same like action choreographers, whatever director, also did Ajin, the live action, and that was also like if you watch that, the action in there was pretty good too. And Takeru Sato is also the main character in there. Yeah.
Which I find weird when you told me that, because I was like, Takeru Sato.
He's not young enough.
He's old, but the main character for Ajin is young.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait.
Because I think in the anime manga, wasn't he supposed to be like? Didn't he look like a really young high schooler, or like
he's like either middle schooler or high schooler somewhere? But he looked right in the area.
He looked like if he was in high school, he just hit high school. Yeah. But then like in the live adaptation, he was in high school, but like Takeru Sato looks like he could pass for like an 18-year-old at best or something.
Senior in high school.
Yeah. But he didn't look like he just got into high school. Yeah. So I do agree with that. But I thought that movie had pretty good fighting too. So I do like whatever that team's doing for their fighting choreography. And
is it? It's not the same team though, is it?
No, it is. Yeah.
Is it?
For Ajin live action and the Kenshin live action, it was the same.
I swear they're just a bunch of because I don't know if you guys watch Corridor Digital's Stuntman Reacts, but in there, they just show a bunch of friggin' different fighting scenes, and the people that they got coming on are basically fighters too. Yeah, and so it's like when they show movies that are made by the stunt. Like actual stunt people, they become stunt directors, and when you see their movies, dude, they're so good in action.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And so that's why I'm thinking like they must have had an actual an ex-stunt coordinator.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's possible. I didn't look up what the person did before. He could have been like that too. I just know that they worked on both the Kenshin movies and the Ajin movies, because like. I mean,
it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like so you're saying, like how Jackie Chan is an ex stuntman, but he directed.
Yeah, like imagine, if like Jackie Chan directed.
I mean, he was like an ex stuntman, but then he became the main actor.
He became the main actor, his own stunt. And then opened his own stunt studio. Yeah. Still did his own stunt stuff.
Yeah, that's taking it to the next level.
I'm gonna do my own stuff, but I'm gonna have you guys do their stuff for them, because I'm not like that. I'm better. I'm Jackie Chan.
I mean, I was about ready to talk about other live actions, but I want to, still want to talk about Kenshin.
There's a lot of things about Kenshin. The ending, especially for me, because as everybody knows, I judge everything by how it ends, and this ending wasn't perfect. Yeah, it didn't show what the manga ending showed, but I like the way they ended the series. It wasn't perfect, but it was super good. Yeah, the movie. The way they ended the movie, because the movie ended way different from the anime. Of course, everybody knows the anime ended on a dumbass arc. It was a non-canon. Yeah. It was a non-canon filler arc that they ended on, and then the manga ended on the Enshi arc, but they ended differently with the last chapter. And this one, they ended with them going to spoiler. They ended with them going to visit Tomoe's grave, and then he's like, take my hand. He's like, all right, I got you.
Dude, I had to close my eyes at that scene, dude. They held hands, man. Oh my god.
I was like, come on, man. There's some rated R stuff right here. You can't be doing that. We got kids watching this.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the movie rated?
I'm pretty sure it's PG-13.
I think it's PG-13.
There's
a lot of slashing and stuff, but it wasn't that gory.
True.
Like there's blood, but like it wasn't that gory.
Yeah, there's people dying and stuff too. So I'm pretty sure it's 13.
It's probably
it wasn't too gory. I'm not sure. I forget. It could be R.
It's on Netflix.
I swear it's 13.
So we can look on Netflix. I mean, Netflix has its own rating.
They also have a different age rating
they have
too,
different
right?
standards.
They have like 13 to 16 and
17.
17, yeah, 17.
I mean, it's all but I don't remember. It's at least 13. It could be R. I don't think it was R, but I'm pretty sure it was 13.
I don't
like I said, it was bloody, but it wasn't gory.
Yeah.
The most sexual part in the whole movie was when they had a flashback of Kenshin holding Tomoe in the blanket. That's the most sexual it got in the whole movie.
Yeah, there's even Kenshin never really got that
far.
Yeah, as in like the anime and stuff. Like it didn't,
it's implied.
I think Samurai X. That's what I'm most surprised about is the final, how long it's going to be, because the Samurai X movie was literally like 30, 40 minutes long.
You mean the beginning? Yeah, the next movie is called The Beginning. Yeah.
I was going to say the final.
Yeah.
The beginning.
The movie we just watched was called The Final, which is...
Is it real? This is really ending here?
Yeah. Damn. It technically ends the manga. But, like, I feel like it's kind of, to me personally, it's kind of an unsatisfying ending, because it's kind of like... no matter what Kenshin does, there's gonna be people who like tries to come and hunt him and hurt the people he's with, and that's kind of like the dilemma he's in. He's like basically in eternal suffering, kind of like Spider-Man or something, like, Spider-Man's like an eternal suffering. Everyone around him always gets hurt because he's trying to be a good guy. He makes enemies of the bad guys, and the bad guys go and aim for his people he loves. That's the same thing for Kenshin pretty much, but for Kenshin, he's killed so many people in the past, and then all those people are basically trying to come get revenge on him. And I feel like that it's almost never ending for him, and I feel like it's kind of like there's no way he's gotten rid of everybody at this point, you know what I mean? He's just he just got rid of the big name ones, but I'm pretty sure there's more people that
for sure.
It's pretty hilarious. Like I always thought, like so the whole entire Kenshin, the Plateau side, everything is based off of a war, right? But in the war, there's killing going on. So like I never understood why he always feels so bad for killing people in a war. Because in a war, you're gonna kill somebody.
I think it's because it's his nature. You know what I mean? He is a nice guy deep down inside, and he only killed for what he believed in, because he wanted to. He was on the side that was trying to overthrow the shogun, right? Yeah. And so he made a lot of enemies that way, because there's a lot of people on that side as well.
Because they want their stuff.
Yeah, and so he fought for what he believed in, and once he experienced killing and stuff, like you could tell he regrets it, you know what I mean? Like but he had to do what he had to do, to change the government pretty much. And so once he went through all that, that's when, and obviously with the next movie, The Beginning, after that moment, that's when he decided to like never kill again.
I swear, like, spoilers, I swear, like in the beginning, he doesn't become the Potosai until after the beginning. Because if I remember correctly, it was he was just a regular. He was just like, he wasn't even named the Potosai, the master yet, but he was a well-known samurai for the Imperialists. Yeah. And then he went and killed Tomoe's husband, and then he went to live with Tomoe. Yeah. Because he's supposedly retired from the front lines. And after he killed Tomoe and came back, that's when he started slaughtering everybody like crazy, and that's when he got his Potosai, the master.
I actually don't remember the exact order.
That's what I thought, but I'm not sure.
If that's the order, then that completely changes it. I thought it was he did become Potosai, but then he wanted to, the war was over, and then he was like, okay, I'm done with this life, and then how Tomoe and their group is like part of the shogun, but then the shogun got overthrown. But then there's always people that follow the shogun, but they just on the outside they are like, you guys beat us, so we'll follow your orders. But then on deep down inside, they're planning on on the side and stuff, trying to like rebel. So it was like that, and then that's when they recruited Tomoe and was like, all right, you need to go like try to like befriend Kenshin and then learn his weaknesses and stuff like that. Okay. And then she goes and does that, but then they fall in love with each other. Yeah,
that was the problem. That was like the problem, because in the manga they go into depth about that, like how, because they do bring Tomoe back because of the Enshi arc, but in the manga they go into depth about how he became the Potosai and all that stuff. Because when he met, spoilers. We should really be talking about this when the beginning comes out. But Tomoe, he met Tomoe in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
So he left in the middle of the war, and that's when Shisho came in.
Yeah.
That's when Shisho came in to take over his spot.
And Shisho was killing a bunch of people too. Yeah.
But then he came back, and then they didn't. And then it was both him and Shisho at the same time. Then but Shisho was in the dark, and he was in the light. And all that stuff. And then he got his name, Patosai the Manslayer.
I mean,
From what I think, I'm not sure.
You're probably right. I never read the manga. You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I only watched the anime.
The way that the movie is going through it doesn't seem that way though.
Yeah.
We'll find out in the next movie.
When the beginning comes out.
Yeah, once the beginning comes, that'll in more detail show his past.
It'll be awesome if they played the song "The Beginning."
That's what I was saying, dude. I was like, wait, the 1OK Rock song, "The Beginning" would have fit that final movie. But awesome. They didn't plan on making this many movies. It's kind of like they made the first movie, it popped off. All right, let's make 2 more movies, the Shishio arc. Those popped off, and they're like, okay, let's just finish the whole thing. Yeah, let's just do the whole thing then. And then
why did they do that for the anime, man? Because the anime popped off, but they ended on
because it caught up to the manga.
It caught up to the manga. I was so sad. Dude.
Yeah, they would have to, reboot that thing again, like FMA or something. Yeah.
It's like it did come out at a bad time when everything was kind of like, oh, if it caught up to the manga, let's just give it an original ending.
Yep.
It was at those times.
And then they never go back and touch it again. Yeah. So it felt like it. Yeah.
I would be surprised after this series of Kenshin, the live action, they'll go back and reboot it.
The anime?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool, to be honest, because I think we've already talked about it before on this podcast where we think the old animations don't hold up for today. Like back then it was like it was kind of cool, but like nowadays if you go back and rewatch the Kenshin animation, the fight scenes weren't that good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you update, give it a good animation studio, and animate the fights well and stuff, it'd be pretty hype for nowadays.
I think it would hold because it's not a bad story either.
The story definitely holds.
Like I said, I like the story a lot, but there are some weak points to it. Like I said, like
definitely,
I feel like the ending could be more conclusive, and I've always hated how Shishio basically defeated himself. But outside of that, though, I really like the story. Yeah.
Shisho legit was the strongest samurai. Yeah. He was stronger than Kenshin.
Yep.
But he can't sweat. So
he basically self-destructed. Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
Yep.
I found it weird that they had him in that one scene.
Which scene? Was it? What? In the latest movie?
Yeah.
Oh, because that was him. That was the fighter dude. The dude with the armor. The fighter.
No way.
The dude that was fighting Saito. That was him. He was just wrapping up himself as freaking Shisho. Because Shisho would never do those weird things where he's like, tap his feet and shit. Like
clapping,
Yeah,
that was him?
Yeah, that was the fighter. Shisho was not in this movie.
Yeah, Shisho was dead.
Okay. Because I was like, that's so weird. Why would they have Shisho in here?
No, that dude was just, like imitating. Yeah.
What also threw me off was how they killed off, spoiler, how they killed off the sword guy. They killed off
which sword guy?
The sword collector.
Oh, the sword collector. Yeah.
Because the dude brought the body in, and I was like, who the hell's body is he bringing in?
Yeah.
And then, like when Kenshin goes open that up, I'm like, wait, that's the sword dude.
Yeah.
They killed Cho. Cho's dead.
What the?
Like wait, but Cho doesn't die.
Yeah. That's true. You're right.
So they killed off a character that was never supposed to die.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird.
And I like that dude's actor because he was in Kamen Rider O's.
Oh.
We got all these Kamen Rider actors up in here.
I mean, Kamen Rider actors be making it big now.
Yeah.
Wait, is he the dude that helped? Was it
in
the
O's?
military guy? That military dude?
No, he's
the dude that was the bad guy that Kenshin beat, and then he helped the police in this movie.
Oh, he's the one with the long.
Yeah, he has hair. Black. No, he has black. He's wearing like all black.
Yeah, he's wearing all black.
He has long black hair, doesn't he? Yeah. Or is it blonde?
It's either black or blonde. He's basically the dude that Kenshin was like, hey, if I kill you, I'll kill you with this blade.
Wait, hold on.
It's
he's the one that fought Inishi, right?
No. He's the one that fought Inishi.
Yeah, he did.
I want to test his sword out. You're as good as you are, and he pulls the sword in and like
the Chinese sword.
Okay. He's like
Inishi had his sword and then it just cuts out to a different scene.
Yeah. He's like, guess I'll lose today or something like that.
Something like that.
Either that or
I forgot the exact words.
My eyes are blind.
No, it was that guy. You're talking about the right guy.
It's that guy. Because he doesn't die in the anime or the manga, but he dies in live action, which is hilarious. Like, all right, we gotta kill you off. I'm sorry, you survived two of them, but you're gonna die in the third one.
Yeah. Yep.
But damn, these guys are pretty boys, dude. Good lord.
Of course, man.
I want to be like
especially
them.
Inishi, dude. He's like, if you've seen him in real life, because it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you can see when he took off his jacket. He was buff.
Oh, that dude was ooh.
Like, but like I say, he's popular in Japan, dude. He's a good looking man, dude.
He is,
Makenyu, the actor, he's.
Like I
Makenyu?
Yeah, that's his name.
He got a badass name.
Exactly, it is.
Matches badass vigor, man.
Yep.
Shit.
So I thought it was pretty cool when he was cast as a bad guy. I like it when usually the actors that got casted as good guys get casted as bad guys. You know what I mean? I love when they do that. Pretty much.
Get to see different stuff.
What guy was he casted as?
Wait, what? Makenyu?
Yeah.
He's in Kenshin. He was casted as the bad guy. He's Anishi.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about
he's a good guy.
movies he played.
He's in a bunch of them, but he was also the main. Chihayafuru.
Oh,
he was Arata, the nerdy looking one. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
God.
he was. Yeah. But he's usually casted as the main guy. But yeah, this is the one where he's in JoJo the live action. He was one of the good guys too. Well, actually, the interesting thing is he was technically a bad guy at first, but then once the main character beat him, he became good. But yeah, so that was actually more of a surprising role too, just like this one.
I see.
I feel like this one, the ending was good. Like going back, the ending was good, but it wasn't conclusive.
Yeah.
They didn't really give you like, oh, what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
So that kind of threw me off too. I was like, oh, will they do that? And like, would they fuck around and do that in the beginning?
Yes, they would.
You know, where like they do like a 10-year flash forward.
Yeah.
And like the ended.
It's just like we don't know if like. What did they live happily ever after, or like did more people come after Kenshin? Like, well, you know, that it's like I'm not sure what kind of. In my mind, I guess it's just a happy, ending.
At this point, I don't doubt Kenshin's abilities, man.
Of course not.
Until he's like, I don't even think until he's 50, dude.
In the manga, it actually had a good ending where. So in the manga, in the ending,
they got a child.
Wait, who's the medical girl's name again? I forget her name.
Hey, Megumi.
So Megumi visits Kenshin, and this like I think 5 years later, Megumi visits Kenshin. And she tells Kenshin, "Your body is deteriorating. You can't do your source skills no more. Yeah. Your Hiten Mitsurugi is killing you."
Yeah.
So she tells him that, and then he goes and gives Yahiko his reverse blade sword. Like, "Hey, this is for you now. You're the successor to the reverse blade sword." And Yahago's grown up, he did look badass and shit.
Yeah.
And then they show Sonosuke going to China to learn Kempo because, he has ass whooped pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude. Yep. Like I was like, if they ever make a game based off of Kenshin's, freaking Sonosuke better be a freaking DPS tank, and then a DPS. That dude has so much HP.
Yeah.
His HP is unlimited.
Yeah.
That dude
he
got
gets beaten
destroyed.
down like crazy, but he doesn't he always gets back up, basically.
He gets destroyed. He has the, what's that one Pokemon movie where no matter what you get hit at 1 HP?
Sturdy.
Yeah. His ability is 30.
Yeah.
Hidden ability is 30, 1 HP.
In the anime and manga, he uses sword more, right?
Who?
In the anime / manga. That was only at first, wasn't it?
He
lost at first?
Yeah, because Kenshin cut that shit in half.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember when he was fighting him? The Kenshin was like, your sword's gone.
No,
This shit sliced in half. And it did that.
Only in the anime and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about the sword in the live action. That shit was weak in live action.
And then after that, he just become a brawler?
Yeah. Yep.
Because he was originally a brawler, and he just had that sword because nobody else could wield that sword.
Yeah.
It makes you look powerful.
It was super like long and big.
Yeah. It didn't look that good in the movie.
Yeah. In the movie, it was like, it looked weird.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, it was hilarious in the movie.
It was funny though,
yeah.
It was supposed to be like a berserk sword, like gut sword, but bigger. Yeah. But in the movie, it was like just a regular sword that was just super long.
Yeah. Dude, they could have totally pulled it off. I don't know why they didn't.
They could have, but then they probably realized it's not going to be in the series for that long. So
let's save money where it counts. Because I think it literally was just in that one first fight scene for the movie. Where Kenshin fights him on the bridge.
If it was like his signature weapon he used throughout like the whole entire series, it probably would have more effort. But it was like,
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it just got discarded after that fight and never used again. So they were like, whatever. But
sad.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Damn.
The Kenshin movie did dirt. Like Sonosuke Sonosuke straight up looked like a bum he was supposed to be. Because in the manga anime, he was a straight up bum. And like in the live action, he looked like a straight up bum.
Yeah.
Like, he's all dark. Yeah. He always got dirt on him. He looked like he never took a shower for days.
He looked like super oily and dirty all the time. Yeah.
Like they do him dirty, but it's true, man.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. When I figured that out, I was like,
he doesn't look as cool in the movie though, man. He's
it's in the anime and like the manga, he was freaking dope.
Yeah.
But then again, they did look like they were like 8 feet tall though.
Yep.
Sonosuke
that's true.
and Saito was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
I know we figured it out yesterday. Kenshin was 5'2".
Kenshin's 5'2", Sonosuke is 5'8".
5'11", 5'8". Oh, okay.
Sonosuke's 5'8", and then Saito was 6 feet.
Yeah, even though in the anime it did not look like that. It looked like Kenshin did look short, but then like Sonosuke looked like he was like 6 feet plus.
For sure.
Like,
Sonosuke and Saito looked like they were 7 feet. Kenshin looked like he was regular 5'8".
Yeah.
Come on, Kenshin was like, I think when Saito and Kenshin were fighting, Kenshin was like, Saito literally grabs Kenshin by the hand, did this, and dude was like off his feet, just wiggling like a little kid. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh man, that shit's hilarious. I forgot what I was gonna say though. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, I would not be surprised if they did the non-canon Samurai X movie.
The second one. They did two Samurai X movies.
They did two Samurai X movies. The one where I think it's like 10 years in the future.
I don't think they're gonna. Well, okay. Actually, I don't know what the beginning is about. I just assumed. I think I saw the synopsis and it was the flashback, the past. I could be wrong, but there's a reason why it's called the beginning. You know what I mean? But maybe they're just debating us and going the beginning of the his new life. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And
so I need to go double check because I haven't even seen any trailers for the beginning or anything like that. But I just assumed that it's gonna be about him and Tomoe, about the flashback.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Though.
Yeah, because that is like canon. You know?
They might as well just keep it to that.
Yeah,
I think they should do that, but if they don't, and it ends up being like what you said, like the future,
the Samurai X one, where they do.
As long as they do a good job, I'm fine with that. Because like I said, my problem with it is that I don't feel like it has a conclusive enough ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even think the non-canon Samurai X movie was conclusive.
Yeah.
Because legit was just. I don't remember bits and pieces, but legit was just who's the one girl again? I keep forgetting names.
Megumi?
No, the other girl, the main girl.
Kaoru. Yeah.
Kaoru gets kidnapped. Kenshin goes on a freaking horse and fights a castle. Gets her back.
Another
Fight a cat?
A castle. He goes to the castle. He fights.
Castle.
Yeah.
Rescue Kaoru. They come back.
How many damn castles are they going to?
He goes to a lot of castles,
Yeah.
bro.
It's either a mansion or a castle, man.
He a prince,
It's
man.
always about rich people.
Might as well call it
Like,
Minecraft.
they always capturing freaking Kaoru, man. It's like Mario and Peach all over again.
No, it's more like Princess Bride, dude. But you haven't seen that.
No.
Oh no, we haven't seen.
Yeah. Damn it, Sue, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the only thing that it showed was that and how Kenshin's body was decaying, and it showed his kid and how strong Yahiko is. That's it.
Yeah.
That's such a weird conclusion. Kenshin, you're dying. Story ends.
And I was like, you gotta go save Kaoru once again.
But hold up.
Every other time, every other arc. I would have to say I wish Kaoru was stronger, to be honest. I felt like, at the beginning of the series, she was like brought out to be like the strong, like independent
She was
woman.
hyped up to be like that, yeah.
And then like the rest of the series, she was just a damsel in distress.
Like, even Yahiko was stronger than you.
Destroyed by everybody. Yeah. Like, I feel like, yeah, she should have been a stronger character. Like, she didn't have to like be OP, but she just,
held on her own.
Yeah. Yep. I think that would have been better personally, but
They should have done that because when they brought Misato, she was like that where she was strong, but she wasn't too strong. But she could hold her ground, and she's like, they're basically the same age, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kagome holds her own too.
Kagome,
Yeah, from Inuyasha.
it's because Inuyasha got the little bracelet around her neck that makes him do whatever Kagome says.
Oh, that's true.
That's because Kagome's like got like sacred priestess powers, man. That's OP.
Oh,
She's
I
reincarnated. It doesn't count.
Yeah, she's got like OP
she is?
magical powers. That's
Oh
why.
shit!
She's the reincarnation of
She
that one
shoots
girl.
that sacred arrow and it just like OHKO demons, dude. No joke.
That's
It's
true.
guillotine, bow with the arrow.
Yeah.
I guess.
Kagome, use guillotine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo,
See, now that's a live action.
you want to see? You want to see a live action Inuyasha?
I feel like that's gonna flop so
gonna be
hard,
crazy.
dude.
Might as well.
That's gonna flop so hard. Hey, just go watch two people yelling Kagome and
Because
Inuyasha
they got to
to each
use
other.
special effects.
Yep.
Hell yeah, they do.
I want to see
you
Sashomer.
Yeah, you deal with demons and dog boys. So,
so. I think the Inuyasha, whoever plays Inuyasha, you're gonna ruin your career. Don't do it.
I want to see it, but I don't have high hopes.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those where like it's gonna flop, but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Wasn't it pretty popular?
Yeah, Inuyasha's popular.
Yeah,
why do you think it has a sequel season right now?
Yeah,
a sequel series
right now.
Yeah, Yashahime, where it follows their daughters.
Yeah,
there's a season 2 coming out.
Their
pretty
daughters.
Soon. Now you're interested. I can spoil though.
Hey man, they're not grown up yet, man. Chill out.
Yeah, they're teenagers. I mean, it's just like Kagome.
Yeah, it was in high school.
No, we could just go shave and go bring them home. I don't know. Man.
Yeah, like yeah. I shaved and brought home high school.
Yeah. I guess I'm a Joshi Con.
Whoa.
Okay. You guys heard it here first.
Yeah.
It's recorded. We're not cutting this out.
Get on him. It's not me.
I think we have to cut this out.
Joshi Hachi.
18-year-olds, right?
Hachi-sai, yeah.
18-year-old high school girls, right?
Yeah. Just about to graduate.
Gotta save his face, right? Oh, we good. All right. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say what you were about to say.
I was gonna say, you guys got any last word on this movie?
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
I liked it.
The best scene?
The best part for me was the ending. That was like, it had the most, honestly, it had the most story. It had the best action.
Yeah.
And then they concluded it.
It was the most sexual scene too. They held hands, bro.
Oh, okay.
Can't be doing that, man.
No, I'm just talking about.
I'm talking before that.
I'm talking about the final fight.
Yeah, the final fight section.
I thought you was talking about the final scene.
Yeah.
Final scene.
I had to go watch the ending solo.
Yeah.
So yours was the final scene where they fought in the house with Kenshin and Kenshin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that scene was tight.
Yeah. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, I would say that was probably my favorite as well. I mean, before the movie, I was already hyped for that fight because I know that. I mean, I think there's definitely some moments where they use like stuntmen or stunt doubles, but there's also some scenes where it is actually the two actors, sword playing it out.
Yeah.
Because I know that both Makenyu and Makenyu is really good at like doing martial arts and stuff. And I mean, look at him. He's built.
Yeah.
And then Takeru Sato is really talented too. He's, I don't know how good he is at like martial arts and stuff like that, but I just know that he is pretty athletic and stuff. He can break dance and stuff like that.
I was gonna say.
Wait, he can break dance?
Yeah, he can break dance.
Damn.
I saw it in Deno. I saw it in Kamen Rider Deno. I thought that was like someone else. Like they brought in a stunt double in the series when he break danced, but then in the live, when they did like a live performance, where with a concert and stuff, like that, and I saw him break dancing, and I was like, he actually. That I looked it up, and it was like, he actually was doing all the break dancing moves in the TV series.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, this dude's pretty talented. Yeah.
I hear B-boy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I know that. Yeah. Like some scenes probably did use stunt double, but like some scenes it was actually them doing the sword fighting and stuff like that. So yeah. I was already hyped before this movie once I found out that they casted Makenyu as the main villain and that it was gonna be Takeru Sato versus Makenyu in those fights, and it basically lived up to what I was expecting. Like it wasn't like mind-blowingly good, but it was good. It was good.
It was good. So yeah, I mean, I know you only watched a little bit of it, but
I like the ending too.
I feel like you went out and just watched the clip. I'm gonna go watch just the final fights. Yeah, I think everybody here just likes the final fight. The final fight was pretty much. It was the good climax. It was really a good climax, and then when the ending came on, it was nice, smooth ending to go with a big climax.
A climax were the hand holding.
That's
okay.
All right, we didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know that.
You're gonna see a little cut in the clip, but that's him.
I'm kidding.
So out of 5, what do you guys rate this movie?
Ooh, we're rating this
4.
Okay, Justin got a 4. Dang.
Okay, if we take into account that that it's a live action adaptation of a anime/manga, I do agree. I would give it a 4 out of 5. But like, if I didn't do that, I probably would have. I probably would have just gave it a 3 out of 5. But I'll stick with 4 out of 5.
So
yeah, same here.
4 out of 5.
Yeah,
I give it 4 out of 5 too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this movie, just so we're clear, this movie we all gave it 4 out of 5.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean,
live adaptation. I think you did a pretty good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So another question I have is, what about the whole series? Not just the live action, but what about the whole live action? All 4 movies
so far.
All 4 movies together as a total.
I'll give it a 4 still, because it's like, for me, it's not like the best movies, but it's definitely enjoyable. It's like for me, it's like watching Avengers. Avengers is like not perfect, but it's really enjoyable.
Oh, I definitely know some people who put that as a 5 out of 5, yeah. Including your brother. But I get what you're saying, and I mean, for me, like I said, if we put it into those standards where I gave it a 4 out of 5, because I compared it to all other live action adaptations, I would give the whole series as a whole a 5 out of 5.
Dang.
The best live action.
It's one of the best live action.
I think this might be Andrew's first 5 out of 5.
Yeah, exactly. Because
on this whole show, like you guys.
There's some conditions and like asterisks there. Like, but otherwise, I would give it a 4 out of 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you just compare this to every other live action, personally, I think this is one of the best. It's up there. So therefore, it's a 5 out of 5.
I like with underlying conditions.
It's small fine print.
And you get 5 out of 5 for itself. There were some reasons for it.
Yep.
What about you, Seth, for the whole series in general?
Yeah, I can agree with Andrew here. Like, it is like one of the best live action, adaptation. So, but I'll still get a 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
So you've been harsh on these live actions, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I need that. I haven't found one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Andrew. I'm going to have to give this a 5 out of 5 just because this is by far the best live adaptation of any action anime manga out there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of adaptation, but they don't hit it on the head. Hit the nail on the head like this one did. This did it just so not perfect, but so good that it deserved a 5 out of 5. They did it their own way, but they hit it so good. I like it. It's kind of like the Batman series, because the Batman series was super good, but they followed nothing along with the Batman storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With Christian Bale, that one was really good, but they followed nothing along with the.
To me personally, I think those were great movies, but I didn't think they were great Batman movies. If that makes any sense, I didn't feel like Batman acted like Batman. It was like they had good villains, it had good story, but like I felt like the weakest part of those movies, this is like some super side tangent thing, was Batman himself. That was my only problem with it. But I do agree that overall it was good.
Yeah. I think George Clooney was a better Batman.
Okay.
All right. That's for another day. Another topic for another day. A topic for another day. So yeah, for me, 5 out of 5 too for the whole Kenshin series live action. I think it was super good.
Are we getting back to it? Yeah, we're getting back to it.
Getting back to Kenshin, man. Getting back to Kenshin. I think that's gonna spark some debates up on DC's world right there.
I'm just kidding. Come on. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to rush us to the new topic, but I since we were talking about really good live action adaptations, I would have to say another 5 out of 5 I would give.
Oh.
For a live action adaptation. And this is, even if it wasn't a adaptation of something, right? Of a manga. This is an adaptation of a Japanese manga. Once I say it, you'll know. I give this a 5 out of 5, even if it wasn't a live, like, you know how I gave that asterisk with Rurouni Kenshin, right?
Yeah.
5 out of 5, Oldboy.
What?
Yeah, it's an adaptation of a manga.
What's Oldboy?
A Japanese manga.
Wait, what's Oldboy?
Okay.
It's a Korean movie that came out in the early 2000s. You guys need to watch it. It's so good.
Oldboy? Okay, I need to.
Hey, search it up right now. We gotta get in the loop.
Right?
Come on.
Oldboy is so good. And it flies under the radar because it's not a super popular manga, right? But like it's kind of like more like an underground thing. What I mean, like it's kind of popular, but it ain't like mainstream popular. Yeah. And it came out a long time ago too. But yes, go watch the Korean live action adaptation. It is considered one of the best movies in like Korean cinema straight up.
Oh my god, dude.
It's so good. Like when I saw that, I think I saw it like 5-6 years ago, maybe a little bit more. Wow. It's so good.
Yeah.
I feel I might like this.
You'll like it, dude. I guarantee
I might like it too.
Look, all right, you guys gotta end this show and go watch the movie.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
Yeah, Oldboy, I recommend it.
If you don't like it, I'll give you $5.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
He just wants
It's
the $5.
stupid, man.
I was gonna stake
I give it
something
1 out of
higher.
10.
I was gonna stake something higher, but I knew David was gonna say I don't like it.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of forgot about it, but since we're talking about live action adaptations about like anime and manga and stuff like that. Even we're gonna be talking about webtoons, right? Yeah. And I was like, when I say webtoons, it's Korean webtoons. But for this is a Korean live action, but it adapted a Japanese manga. And
that was really weird when you said that. I was like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, you two haven't seen it. I know you've seen it only because I kept recommending it. I was like, dude, trust me, it's so good. Like, you need to watch this. Yeah.
And then I watched it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like something about like Koreans.
Yes, Koreans know how to do live action.
Koreans are really good with live actions.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they really only just do their own kind of live action, like for webtoons.
They adapt a lot of Japanese stuff.
Have
too.
they?
Yeah.
Which one?
They adapt a lot of Japanese ones. They're about to adapt
Winter
Your
Sonata.
Name, bro. No.
Winter Sonata?
Winter Sonata is a Korean original.
What's Winter Sonata?
Wait, you don't know Winter Sonata?
I probably do, but I don't know the
never
name.
mind. Let's not get it. It's a Korean original. No, they're about to adapt Your Name into a K-drama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you guys do that?
I would rather they
K-drama?
do it. Yeah, I would
Than
rather
Japan-
they
the
do
Japanese.
it than the Hollywood. Yeah, than the Japanese. Hollywood is also doing their live action.
Well, okay, you know what, Hollywood? Y'all should just stop because Koreans can beat you already. Korea got this.
Yeah.
If they can beat you at LOL, they can beat you in movie making.
That's why it's like, if the Koreans do a live action adaptation of Japanese stuff, I'm totally down for it because personally, I think the Japanese aren't good at it, and then definitely Hollywood butchers it. Even though they can do a good job
Like
with
Psychopath.
it. You mean like Ghost in the Shell?
Oh, Ghost
Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, it's like
They didn't do Psychopath. But yeah.
I feel like Japanese do Your Name, they're gonna ruin it so bad.
No, it's just
They're gonna change it up. They're not
This
gonna follow the storyline.
like not trying to put like dirt on Japanese people. I just feel like I much prefer Korean acting because I feel like Korean acting and Hollywood acting is more similar.
Yeah.
But like Japanese acting is like
It's different.
totally different.
Yeah, I always feel that too, where Japanese acting is kind of like a level behind.
It's something they like maybe,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it just doesn't look natural to me.
Yeah.
Like it's too overacted. Like it's not
Yeah, they
natural.
definitely do.
Yeah.
But what they do got us beat is animation.
Yeah. I mean, when they're really good at animation, no doubt.
But we got them being like acting and like they're
not as good at CGI either. But their acting is not as good. Yeah.
Their CGI is straight up crap. I'm not even gonna.
It's not the worst I've seen, but it's
I can't
definitely
even like hide it. Like even the top tier CGI is not even art. It's it's something that people here with like indie groups will be able to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad.
I think their CGI is good. They're not using artistic CGI like people like Corridor Digital. Because I heard from it's one of the guys from Corridor Digital. They said that they're doing stuff in Japan that's actually like top notch, and
it's just whatever main studios are doing it, they're just not taking advantage.
they're not
of that.
taking. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I agree.
Or like you said, Japan really does just like that style.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is just the way they just like that style.
I don't think it's really they
CGI
like that CGI style. I think for sure it's more the acting though, because I swear they probably get taught to act like that.
Yeah.
The acting's pretty.
So it's just like because like I much prefer the Korean acting is really good and like when you look at the good Hollywood actors and actresses they're really good. Yeah. So it's pretty much along those lines, and I'm just like I can't really name you a Japanese actor that's on that level. In my opinion,
the guy from Last Samurai. He's
you said the guy from Last Samurai. You talking about?
The guy that played, isn't he the same dude that played Scorpion?
Yeah, he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I do agree. He's definitely one of the better Japanese actors.
Talking about the dude. I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name. He's probably one of my more favorite Japanese actors.
The best.
Basically, if they make it to international acclaim, they're good. So he's definitely good. I agree with that. But like, they're so rare. Like, like you don't see a bunch of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we might be seeing more because he's getting casted.
Yeah, like I said, like I I think like the Americans and the Koreans, but like Japanese are just so into their own way. But
they're so
if they could
isolated.
teach, if they could teach like the Japanese to basically like act like, like that.
Yeah,
like
this is the best way.
Personally, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind the Koreans taking your name because I feel like with all their experience in drama acting,
they make good K-drama. I mean, K-dramas are
as long as they don't end it like Itaewon Class. I hate the ending for Itaewon Class.
I don't know about K-drama.
I mean, that's a story though.
That's a talk on itself.
We're gonna have a K-drama episode.
K-dramas.
There's definitely hit or miss, just like there's hit or miss anime. But the good ones are good. You know?
Yeah. The good one always have the main character dying at the end, man.
Yeah. Not all the time, but
Back in the early 2000s, what's going on? Oh, she's about to die.
It's always tragic. Yeah. Either the main girl or the main guy's about to die. Yeah. True.
It's too common now.
Hilarious. Are you a main character? Yeah, because I'm about to die, man. I'm a main character. What are you talking about?
I mean, since we're still on that topic, unless you guys want to keep adding stuff,
No.
I was gonna talk about was it Sweet Home, right? Is that
Sweet Home? Yeah. Sweet Home is the webtoon one where he goes, I haven't watched the live action, but I read a little bit of the webtoon. And I feel like the webtoon, because of course it's original source, so it's gonna be better. I feel like the webtoon was a little bit better than the.
I felt like the webtoon was better, but I didn't really like the animation style because it kind of looked kiddish.
Yeah.
And then but I also like the ending of the live action better because in the webtoon it had like a conclusive ending where he reunites with the main girl, whatever. Is kind of like a happy ending, whatever, and it just ended. In the live action, they basically adapted the whole entire thing, so it was kind of, I guess.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they adapted the whole thing and they had an original, like a cliffhanger where there's more to the story. So there's a season 2 confirmed. It?
Season 2 movie or
series? Netflix series. It's a Netflix series.
What?
Live action.
Yeah.
By Koreans. Done by Koreans.
It's not.
And it's based off a Korean webtoon.
It's not a Netflix sponsor, but they bought the rights to it, so they get.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean.
They're the
by
only ones that can stream it. Netflix is the only.
That's what I mean by Netflix
it's
originals.
A Korean webtoon.
Yeah,
it's Korean webtoon.
Yep. It's a Korean webtoon that was adapted into a Korean live action like series.
Okay.
Because it was like I think 10 episodes or something like that.
There's a couple series like that.
Yeah. There's a lot that was like that. And the only reason why I watched it was because I think it came out last year or something. I was kind of bored, and
it came out 2019, I believe.
19. Okay, 19. I watched it in 2020. I think it came out at the end of 2019. I swear.
It came out somewhere between there.
Yeah, because I swear I watched it in 2020. It was still pretty new. And I watched it, and personally, I thought it was really slow paced. To be honest, it was very character driven, and I felt like the main character was like he's kind of like the wussy type of main character
that everyone hates.
Yeah, that eventually like
a common trend.
Yeah, kind of like it's like it's okay to be a wussy character, but you gotta develop out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for him, I don't think you guys know the story. You know the story. Yeah.
No, I know a little bit.
The world, it's kind of like Resident Evil, almost like that. Where like a virus takes over the world and it turns everybody into monsters. And then, so they all, him and his apartment complex, like they barricade within the apartment, and then there's monsters. They can't escape because there's monsters roaming around the streets and stuff. And the main character is basically like, he's the main character. So he is the one that's like Eren from Attack on Titan, where like, you know how Eren can turn into a Titan?
Yeah.
He basically is like a half monster, half human. Yeah, so he has like the powers of the monsters, and he can like fight the other monsters. But he still retains his humanity. But then like all the humans are afraid of him because, you know, he has that ability. So then they lock him up and stuff, and they treat him like trash. And honestly, it's kind of that moment where you're like, dude, if I was him, I would have just killed all the humans too. They treat him so dirty. It's like, come on, man.
Go to the monster. What's up, my man?
But he's like so like he has like such low self-esteem and stuff that he just like accepts it. But then like at the end of the series though, he does become badass. Like it like legit reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul. Where he just like he popped off at the end, and I was just like, damn, this dude's a beast.
All right, season 2, let's go.
Yeah. So honestly, I thought it was too slow paced for me, but the ending was pretty hype, I guess. So I will watch season 2.
I probably gotta go home and
shit.
either finish reading this series or go watch it.
Sounds like a 3, possibly 4.
I don't know, because like I said, after I watched the first season, I actually went and read the webtoon, and that's when I found out it adapted the entire webtoon, except it didn't have the same ending. It had a cliffhanger ending. We already talked about the webtoon ending, and here it ended where he got captured by the humans, and then they were sending him to like a facility, and then that's how it ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably gotta go back and finish the webtoon. I didn't finish the webtoon because I started reading it when it came out.
Yeah. The webtoon basically just had a happy ending.
You know what? I think I would have been more satisfied with the Tower of God live action.
No, I think Tower of God live action would have been too hard.
Nah. They've been doing stuff like this forever.
They would have been throwing water at each other now.
Yeah, that's true. They need more special effects because they actually didn't need a lot for Sweet Home because it was just like the monsters just like zombies. Ish. And there wasn't anything like crazy superpowers. While Tower of God is like, they got like
nothing but
they got superpowers.
Superpowers, and like they gotta do like cooler martial art fighting type of stuff. And
there would have been romance too. I don't like romance when it comes to
I don't think there was romance in Sweet Home, the webtoon, but there was romance, but it was between the side characters in the live action. It wasn't between the main dude. Yeah. But in the live action though, I ship the main dude and like the
side character,
one of the girls that acts like a really, I don't really want to say the word, but the B word. You know what I mean?
Snitch.
No, it's like very snitchy.
A witch.
Yeah, very witchy.
Beach.
Yeah. She acts like that, but like she's pretty cute, and it's kind of like tsundere. Like you get tsundere vibes, kind of like that. Yeah. So that's just my personal thing. But overall, that series was, I think it was like decent, but like kind of bordering towards the good side. Like it wasn't amazingly good, but because like I said, I felt like it was too slow paced for like. It wasn't even for the beginning. It was like the beginning and the middle, and then it got good at the end. Pretty much was like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So what will you rate it, Andrew? Since I'm pretty sure you're the only one.
I just gave it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Because I watched that because they were advertising that all over Netflix at the time when I was When I opened up Netflix, I saw that on the front page.
You're talking about that was at the time when it was the biggest thing.
Yeah,
on Netflix
and then I watched that.
Yeah.
And then after I watched that, it recommended me. It also another series that they're also advertising on Netflix at the same time because they both came out almost at the same time was Alice in Borderland, and that's a Japanese adaptation of a Japanese manga. And I watched that, and I actually liked it a lot.
Wow.
It was pretty good.
Really?
Korean adapt?
No, Japanese adapted a Japanese manga. It surprised me because I thought I would obviously like the Korean adaptation, like live action adaptation of something, but this was probably one of the best Japanese live action adaptation of something. Is Alice in Borderland? Yeah, because I felt like their acting was better in here. It wasn't as cheesy as some of the other live action I've seen, and the story is pretty good.
So 5 out of 5.
Bless you. 5 out of 5. If we put it in Kenshin terms,
no, it always got to be put in Kenshin terms.
Conditions.
Yeah, if we put it under Kenshin terms, it's a 5 out of 5. But honestly, honestly, I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
If we take away those stipulations and if I compare it to Sweet Home, like I gave Sweet Home a 3 out of 5. It was like. It wasn't bad. It was slightly enjoyable. It had a good ending, like a hype ending. But Alice in Borderland, overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. It was pretty good. It was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah. Something about me not watching Netflix adaptations. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a disappointment. But at the same time, it's like I know it's gonna be good. But when I think about watching it, I see like Facebook posts and they're like, because one of my buddy posted, he was like, Sweet Home Netflix wasn't that good. I was like, what?
Yeah, like I had problems with
it. The webtoon was good though.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't watch it because of that. I got thrown off, and then I just never checked out. I didn't know Alice in Borderland was an adaptation though. Yeah,
it's an adaptation of a Japanese manga, and
that I did not know.
Like I said, personally, I would rather recommend you guys to go watch Alice in Borderland because I like that more than the the Sweet Home adaptation.
Yeah.
Because for Alice in Borderland, like it hooked me from the beginning, and it just kept going throughout the whole series. Like it was like fast paced. Like I said, my problems with Sweet Home was that it was very slow paced throughout the whole thing, and then it got really good at the end.
It was a good slow burner.
Yeah, it's a slow burner, but like I don't know if I'd say the payoff was worth it, but it was good. While Alice in Borderland, like it hooks you in from the beginning, and then it's just like it keeps the the foot on the pedal. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's fast paced. It's like I just wanted to keep watching the next episode to find out what happened.
What's a quick overview of Alice in Borderland?
Like, what's it about? So it's about these 3 friends. They're kind of like somewhat losers. Like like one the main dude. He's like the typical like he goes there. I think they're all in high school still. But the main dude is like doesn't they all 3 of them are friends. They skip school. The main dude like he just like plays video game, stays like that typical like kind of like hikikomori. And then one of his friends, he works at a bar though, and he fell in love with like the owner of that bar's like wife. So they had like an affair going on, and then he's more of like a gangster looking dude.
My favorite tags.
And so he skips school, and then the third guy is like this nerdy looking dude, but then he loves his parents, and his mom is a part of a cult. And then she's always and that cult's crazy. But she always like basically asks him for money, and he always gives her money.
It's one of those cults where you gotta pay money and stuff.
Yep, yeah.
Pyramid schemes.
Yeah. Not only that, there's like H scenes with that cult too. You know what I mean? Like, so,
all right, we're definitely watching Alice in Borderland.
Definitely, no, they don't show it. It's just implied. Like it's like
implied.
It's not even like it's obvious. You know what I mean? Like it's
transferring mana.
Transferring mana. They don't ever show it explicitly, but it's like that. So those 3 are kind of like 3 outcasts. They're best friends with each other, and they skip school. They go to what's that place we went to in Japan with the crosswalk. You remember what it was? Shibuya, right? Shibuya. So they go to the Shibuya crosswalk, and they screw around. Like they kind of run into the middle. No, not screw around, not screw with each other.
Yes, 3.
And so like they run into the the crosswalk and stay there for too long, and then like everybody already crossed, and then the cars start coming, but then the cars see them, and they're like, oh, we need to get out of here. So but they're still laughing while they were like running through the traffic and stuff of cars. And then the police start chasing them, so they run into a bathroom stall, and then they hide from the police. And then once they exit, they realize the world is empty. And so after that, they find out they have to play these games where it uses like your wits to if you complete these games, you survive. If you don't complete them, you die, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So and it uses like they have to every time you beat the game, you get like a card from the deck of cards. Like a 4 of spades or like a queen of hearts or stuff like that. So when you win these mini games, you get those cards, and the whole idea is they learn later that if you collect a whole entire deck of 52, right? Because I don't think there's any jokers or anything, so it's just all the regular numbers and stuff. Yep. If you collect one of those, then one of you can return back to the normal world.
A whole deck.
Yeah.
So does it end, or is there a season 2?
There's a season 2. I'm excited for season 2. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's intense because like. Obviously, you meet a bunch of other people that are trapped in this world too that play the same mini games, and then like some people they're like selfish, they do you dirty, you know what I mean? Because they're like, I'm gonna try to sacrifice you to like win the game, like stuff like that. So like things get intense. Like,
this is one of those.
It's one of those type of
those things are pretty nice.
Yeah,
it's just like doubting the rabbit game or
because like each suit is like a different type of game, and apparently the hearts is about like trust and betrayal. So those are the most intense ones. Whenever it's like the hearts games, it's like if you play with your best friends, dude, it like breaks friendships, dude.
Hey, Sim, man, you gonna break my friendship like that, man?
And then the higher the number, the harder the game is. So when you play like a 1, it's an easy game. But then when you play like king or queen or like like that, it's a super like difficult game. So yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Ace of Hearts said you gotta catch me falling off a building.
I can't play with you guys then.
Two of Hearts. Did you steal my lunch? Yes or no?
Yep. So I recommend Alice in Borderland. It's pretty good. It made me one of the hottest actresses in there. Like that made me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That like after I saw her in Alice in Borderland, she's not the main girl, but I saw her in there. I was like, dang! I was like, I need to see like what else she does because she's super hot.
Did you want to give the audience a name or nah?
Her name was. Oh my gosh, I'm like forgetting it now.
He just don't want to tell you guys. It's okay.
No. It's Ayaka Miyashiro or something like that. It definitely is Ayaka.
Yeah, it sounds
Ayaka is definitely her first name. I think her last name was Miyashiro. I could be wrong. But she plays as like she's like a forensic, like deals with like cutting people open and seeing how they died and stuff in Alice in Borderland. And
she's in the real world.
No, I meant in Alice in Borderland, that's what she played as, the character she played as. In the real world, she's an actress.
No.
Oh, that's her name in the real world?
That's her character in the real world.
Wait, what do you mean?
She's a forensic. She's
in Alice in Borderland.
Yeah,
that's her role. The character she plays in that's what she does in Alice in Borderland.
But like I'm saying, she's not part of the Borderland world.
She is a part of the Borderland world.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not. Yeah, no one. They don't show anyone in the real world unless it's a flashback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just get trapped with like a bunch of other people. Like you meet and learn like the backstories of a bunch of other people. Much. But yeah, I mean, any live actions you guys see?
I've seen many.
We all know the best live action out there.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
Attack on Titan?
No, I was gonna say Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh my god.
You're right.
That's the best live action. Nothing can beat that, man.
You may leave.
It's top tier.
You may leave. Doors right there.
You're right. That is actually worse than Attack on Titan, I admit. It's so... Because Attack on Titan was bad, but...
it was horrible.
Dragon Ball Evolution was offensive, right?
It wasn't just bad. It was offensive to the culture, to the people,
mad.
to everything possible.
Attack on Titan made me, like, disappointed. Like, it was bad. But Dragon Ball Evolution made me go... They did it dirty, man. You know what I mean? Like, man,
you should never did it.
Like, when I was watching Attack on Titan, you guys made it a comedy.
Yeah, it was fun because it was bad, and then we made fun of it, and then it was funny. Yeah. Dragon Ball Evolution, it's still funny. Like, I can still laugh at it, but at the same time, when I think about it, it's like
it hurts, man.
Why they gotta do the characters like this?
Hell yeah!
I think you guys know it's adapted from the Chinese adaptation, right?
No, it was. I thought the Chinese adaptation was just like completely. Its own, it was even better too. That's the funny part.
Wait, which Dragon Ball?
No, Chinese has one.
The Chinese adaptation of Dragon Ball.
I saw a Chinese adaptation. It's the exact same thing.
Oh really? I saw the one that was just like more comical. Like it was funny.
The one the American one.
I was talking about the Chinese.
Chinese one.
China made one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll go look it up, but I believe you for now.
The one that's comical.
Are you sure the Chinese one wasn't based off the American one? No, I don't know.
No, dude,
you might be right.
The Chinese one was old,
I don't know.
Dude.
Yeah,
you know how the old Chinese movies look?
Yeah. It looked like the old Jackie Chan.
Yeah. That film. Yeah. It definitely was that.
All right. I mean, I'll go look it up after. I believe you for now because honestly, I didn't look up that movie's origins at all because I didn't want to.
The only reason why I would say it was based off of that because the
stories were like the same
thing, dude. Same exact thing.
Could be.
But then again, Goku was based off of
Alien.
Goku.
He was based off of the Monkey King.
Oh yeah.
So it makes sense.
You're right.
For China pretty much has the right to do anything they freaking want with Goku because based off their own original mythological.
No, but I mean, like the issue with like the American one was like,
the American one.
It was too Americanized. Got him going to like high school. It became like a high school drama at the beginning.
It was like, are you sure this is like Dragon Ball, man? Like,
Goku's married. He has a kid.
They could have literally named it.
Not the beginning.
They could literally name this anything else but Dragon Ball Super, and it probably Dragon Ball Evolution.
Like, Piccolo looked super ugly. Damn.
My dude Goku though, man. Oh my god.
Just the Kamehameha was so whack.
It hurts me more than the Street Fighter live adaptation that the Americans did. At least that one was pretty good.
I thought it was decent. At the time it came out, it was decent, but when you go back and watch it, it's like honestly it's a lot more cheesier than a regular Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, but in general, Jean-Claude Van Damme movies were kind of cheesy, but then like it had good action though, at least. The Street Fighter movies, they were hella cheesy.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
But at the time it came out, it was pretty good.
At the time it came out, it was decent, I would say. I wouldn't say it was like hella good.
No, it definitely was not the best.
If you have low expectations,
you'll be fine.
I think you could find it good, but But I just think it's so funny how they basically hired a French dude to play as an American guy. Like, Jean-Claude Van Damme played as Guile, and Guile was like the most like American patriotic dude.
Imagine they had like somebody else. Imagine they had like Arnold Schwarzenegger played freaking Guile.
That would have been the same thing because he's not from here either. Yeah,
I think.
But it's so funny.
He would have fit better because Guile is a pretty big buff dude and stuff, just walking around.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was buff too.
Yeah, no, Guile's buff, but he ain't that buff.
Yeah,
like he's not like
not in Street Fighter 5.
He's not like in Street Fighter 5, everybody buff. What are you talking about? Like Chun-Li's buff.
Yeah, her thighs are the size of my head, maybe more.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would have been Zangief.
Yeah, he would have fit that dude more.
They would have had a Russian dude play the Russian dude. Yeah, Zangief. I forgot about Zangief, man.
Yeah,
hairy chest and triangle and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Dragon Ball Super
Evolution.
Dragon Ball Super sucks too, but
put a name on it.
Dragon Ball Evolution really set the bar very low for every every adaptation that came afterwards.
If you're better than that, you good.
Yeah,
Dead or Alive was pretty bad. The live action.
Never heard.
Tekken was pretty bad.
Oh, Tekken was horrible. I didn't even know it was Tekken until I saw the title Tekken. Like, this is Tekken.
Wait,
Tekken was pretty bad, but I would rather watch Tekken than Dead or Alive personally. Yeah. But they're both pretty bad.
I think if you didn't see the title that it was Tekken, you would like it. But the moment you know that it's a Tekken movie,
funny thing is, I swear I've watched those movies, but I don't remember a single scene from them. I don't remember any.
Dead or Alive came on the late 2000s. Tekken, I think, came out right when we were in college.
Yeah, Tekken came out way like it was so like not advertised and not many.
Yeah, it was not advertised. Dead or Alive was advertised. Okay. Tekken was not advertised, so
that makes sense.
I only watched it because I knew it was coming out. That was pretty much it. Because most people did not watch that. Dead or Alive was like played in theaters and stuff. Tekken was not played in theaters.
I see.
Tekken literally came out like an indie movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like direct to like DVD type of movie. Yeah.
It wasn't bad as long as you didn't know it was Tekken. If you didn't know it was Tekken,
the fighting was
good.
better than Dead or Alive. That's what I'm saying. Dead or Alive fighting wasn't that good. And then Dead or Alive was like cheesy as heck. Tekken was less cheesy.
Sounds like Dead or Alive.
But it just wasn't a good Tekken movie.
You would never known it was about Tekken, man.
Sounds like Dead or Alive.
His name wasn't Jin and Kazuma and Shao.
Yeah, Dead or Alive felt like a whack version of Charlie's Angels. I'm not even kidding you.
I don't think I've seen Dead or Alive.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
But yeah, ever since Dragon Ball Evolution came out, it set the bar so low for every live adaptation that came afterwards. So as long as they did better than that, it
Hollywood.
Was good.
Yeah,
live
especially
action.
I don't think Hollywood ever had a good one.
It didn't set the bar. It made Hollywood just known for making bad adaptation.
You know what Hollywood did a good adaptation of? Edge of Tomorrow, which in Japanese manga, it was All You Need Is Kill. It stars Tom Cruise and what's her name? Is it Emily Blunt?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Never seen it or heard.
Yeah, it's where they fight aliens, and then when they died, they reset time.
Oh,
that one is good.
But
it's like it doesn't really follow the manga though. It's pretty different.
That one was pretty good. It's
like the base story follows the manga, but like what happens, the events, and like how it ends is different from the manga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it is good though. That movie is probably one of the best American
I didn't know it was
live
an
action.
adaptation.
Yep, it's an adaptation of a Japanese manga. I think it's a light novel actually, not a manga.
Yeah. That one was actually really good.
They made a manga,
they did make a manga
adaptation of it. I forget. It's either a manga or a light novel. I forget.
I remember Randy,
but it's definitely Japanese.
Yeah.
So I was watching that. I was like, dude, this is actually pretty cool because it's basically like Re:Zero, but he actually learns how to fight and kill things and stuff. Unlike Subaru, just goes and dies over and over and not do anything.
Yep.
Well, one thing I did like about it though, they didn't advertise it as All You Need Is Kill. It was Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, All You Need to Kill is a very, very Japanese English title.
You gotta be funny.
Yeah, true.
So they had to rename it because they were like, that's kind of a cheesy title.
All You Need to Kill.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, sure. I agree. That's probably a better name.
Yeah.
I think all You Need to Kill is kind of like edgy too. Like.
Yeah, it's edgy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Did you go watch All You Need Is to Kill? Like, well, dude, what?
Yeah, it's not even like proper grammar. Like what you just said. All you need is to kill. It's all you need is kill.
All you need is kill. Yeah. Okay.
All you need is kill.
I subconsciously corrected the grammar.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't say it.
Yeah. So, but they did basically what Kenshin did. They just took the story.
No, it's pretty different.
Kenshin is pretty really different?
Kenshin's a lot more similar to the manga compared to Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is very different from the manga. Only like the the premise of the story is the same. Like as in they're fighting aliens and he resets time. Like that's the same, but like all the events that happens after that's different.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
so they almost basically made their own movie,
but like,
technically.
Kind of, but like I said, at least it was a good movie. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Only we've seen it out here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
you've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. You should go watch it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's pretty good.
Like I said, that's probably, I think, the best American adaptation of some Japanese.
I feel like when they do a live adaptation, they do that kind of stuff where they take the premises of the anime or manga and like they kind of just use a little bit at the beginning and the story, but they kind of keep all the main characters, but they swap it all up and do their own kind of stuff, but end it nice.
I think they could do where they don't need to do that. It's just this one executed it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can follow a Japanese manga or an anime and keep it mostly the same. Obviously, they're going to change some little things, which I'm totally fine with. But it's just like, does the story, like, can they even do that type of story? Because I feel like you can do that for, if it's just aliens, you know what I mean? And you're just fighting with like regular guns and stuff like that. That's easy. We've already seen a ton of movies like that.
Yeah.
But like when it's like, I don't know, like when it's like, we keep just going back to this, but when it's like Attack on Titan or something like that, you know what I mean? Like
Attack on Titan,
fight giant.
I think Attack on Titan was the one. We kind of did what I said, where they took the premises, but they went their own style with it.
I feel like the biggest thing is just
they messed up.
Like not the biggest thing, but part of the reason why is CGI. Like American CGI is really good. So when you see those aliens and stuff,
that's true too.
And you see those like special effects with lasers and guns and whatever, and them flying helicopters or whatever, it looks good. But then like, I'm pretty sure if like I said, no offense to Japanese, but like if they did
The CGI.
All You Need Is Kill or / Edge of Tomorrow, it wouldn't look as good. And then like the cast of Tom Cruise in there, and like you gotta admit, Tom Cruise is upper tier.
He's a top
actor.
He's like a top tier actor.
So
and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, and Emily Blunt's really good too. And so they were really good at their roles, and so it was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Japanese do need to step up their CGI. Like their Godzilla movie was dope.
Oh, Shin Godzilla, dude.
But oh my god, I couldn't stand the way they made Godzilla look because of the CGI. The CGI was so horrible for that live action Godzilla. I'm like, but the whole entire premise of the whole movie was dope. I like, this is much better than the American Godzilla that came out, because they actually showed Godzilla throughout the whole entire movie. So that was cool.
Are we done with what we're talking about here?
Yeah. So I just want to throw Godzilla.
Does anyone else want to throw in something?
You guys watch anything that
live action? I mean.
Oh yeah, live action.
No, we already talked about the really trashy ones. I don't want to add another one onto it. So
just add all the Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan.
We can start by Attack on Titan.
You got Avatar: The Last
Airbender. I know we've seen Attack on Titan.
Yeah, we went
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I didn't even watch it.
Can we not talk about
it? Was already bad.
That one's pretty bad too.
That one's really bad.
But that's not even an adaptation of a Japanese thing.
Yeah,
it's like
an adaptation of
they adapted their own thing, and they messed it up good.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch Avatar, watch Avatar, not the Last Airbender.
Was it James Cameron? Was that the blue people Avatar?
Yeah, the blue people.
But if you do watch the Last Airbender, watch the cartoon or anime version.
Yeah, which is the best.
Not Korra. Don't watch Korra. Korra.
You can watch Korra, but you watch it after Avatar.
No,
after,
of course.
It's not canon.
The dude's in denial.
It's like Boruto. It's not canon.
Boruto's not canon.
His kid.
It's not canon.
It's not even his kid.
Who, Boruto?
Korra's not even.
It is.
Korra is Aang.
Really?
Yeah.
No, Korra's not Aang's kid, dude.
Korra's Aang.
She's Aang, but she's not Aang's kid.
Every Avatar is Aang. Then
I thought he
fucked
like that. What's her name?
Yeah, but they have a different kid. Yeah. Him and Katara got married, but they had like
just because she's part of the water tribe doesn't mean that she's fucking Aang's kid. We know they get together.
They have three kids. 2 are waterbenders, and one was Airbender.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've only seen bits and pieces of the anime, but
Korra's not canon, so we don't need to talk about that.
Okay, David.
Korra's canon.
But there is a lot of things wrong with the
that
movie, man.
Yeah. That one felt like almost as if the Japanese adapted it or something. I mean, it had like better special effects technically, but it's just like the acting was not on point. Like, I don't know.
The action
wasn't good.
The action, it took too long.
Yeah, the bending
to do their bending.
It's like okay,
and special effects. Here I go.
It's just too much to accumulate your power. And the
I know what you mean.
For me, the thing that hurt was I know some people don't think it's too big of an issue, but for me, it's I don't know. I don't want to say race.
Yeah, you don't want to go into that.
I don't want to go into that hole. But they got like the wrong
nationality.
Nationalities for each actors and actors, whatever stuff like that. Yeah,
because it's like when you watch,
if they played it right and made the story right, but
I know what you mean. I agree. I don't want to pull the race card out.
Yeah,
because but it does, like, for example, it was cool like in Mortal Kombat where they literally casted like a Japanese dude for a Japanese dude, a Chinese dude for a Chinese dude. Yeah, it was cool when they did that. So I give them props for that. I kind of wish they
did it for Avatar.
Yeah, they did that for Avatar. I do agree. Yeah,
I think they went cheap.
I think like for the Water Tribe, they could have gotten the Indian people to do that. That would have been fine because they're more dark toned people, like Katara and Sokka, right?
Yeah,
they're darker toned, and instead they got like.
But then they made
white people to do it.
Yeah, they made him what's that fire guy?
But like I said, I think that was back then. I think back then, like, everything was like that.
Yeah.
Like it was basically more whitewashed. And now that people are complaining about it, you notice nowadays, like some more Kombat just came out versus Avatar came out a while ago. Now, since people are complaining about it, now they're trying to diversify everything. Yeah. Like it's like there's kind of got to be a balance. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, there's too much.
Yeah.
There's too much like racial, like what was it? Not diversion, racial diversity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's. Yeah. There's got to be a balance.
For me, I think like Doctor Strange, right? I heard that, and it makes sense. It didn't really break the movie.
Oh, you mean his master?
His master, yeah.
There's a lot of controversy over that.
Asian.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But the question was,
Fist should have been Asian.
No, but the question is,
Iron Fist was a white
comic
dude.
book.
Was it?
Iron Fist was
a white dude that got trained by the Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an
Iron Fist. Iron Fist is Marvel's version of freaking Green Arrow.
Yeah, then I'm okay with it. Then.
That's why the real Asian dude is Shang-Chi. That's an Asian dude being trained by Asian people. So don't worry, we get it. We get it. The Asian people, the Asian version in Marvel, Shang-Chi. Don't worry.
But like, I'm.
But I get what you're saying.
I'm not trying to show that.
Like I said,
because we're not.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like I said, it's cool. I mean, Marvel is starting to fix it. Like I said, you gotta watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier because that deals with it too. That deals with that issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it deals with the racial issue. You should watch it.
Oh, damn.
Like I said, like, I mean, it should be pretty obvious that Falcon is going to be the next Captain America. So it's.
I think that was a very interesting step that they took instead of using
Winter Soldier.
Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky. Yeah. So, and one big issue that was in that show was, can a black guy become Captain America? Can he become the face of the United States? And that's actually an issue they tackle in that show.
Oh, really?
Yep. So yeah, that's why I was like, you got to go watch that. So.
I guess we could talk about it another time, but I'll just say I'm okay with it.
Like I said, it's better nowadays. Like back then, they definitely had that problem. But, But since so many people complained about it, it's definitely getting better now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do feel like they go, like I said, there's too much like focus on racial diversity.
There are times when it's like, okay, just because he's like, there are times when it's like, okay, just because he's the Asian dude, but if you can't find any good Asian actors to be put in that role, then it's fine for anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as they could portray the role perfectly.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't care too much about race. It's literally just about how can that person execute the role.
If they can't execute the role, then bro, just go.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody else in this thing.
For the most part. But when it comes to like in the last it
was called The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender.
They didn't call it Avatar because of the Avatar movie. Yeah.
They couldn't.
It would have fit better if they did get.
It's just in my opinion, if you don't get the right race and then they do a bad job at it, that's when it's that's when you're like come on, man.
Everything's fine, but like the way the race, it was just so poor.
And like the acting was
Avatar was
like I said, that's what I'm saying. The acting was not good.
They took out the main thing about Avatar was it was lighthearted.
Dude, my favorite character was Toph. I don't remember Toph at all in the
Toph.
Toph was never even in the movie. Dude.
I know, that was my favorite character.
Because I think the movie only covered book 1 and 2.
No, just covered book 1.
Oh, just covered book 1.
Oh, yeah,
Toph was
it ended at the end of the water arc.
Toph comes in.
I was
2.
so hyped for Toph, but you know, Toph was my favorite character.
Toph, not tough.
Yeah.
Toph. Same
Toph.
shit.
No, man.
He pronounces Toffee Tuffy.
She's cool. All right, she's probably the best character.
She's my favorite character.
Okay, let's.
Well, I was about to say, just like how you mentioned, they didn't include that character in another pretty bad live action adaptation. There was Attack on Titan, and they didn't include Levi.
Oh,
no, they did include Levi. They gave him a different name, and they made him a pedophile.
Exactly. They gave him a different name. They replaced his character with a new character.
Was
an older guy that basically NTRs Mikasa from Eren.
That shit was so random. Like I was watching it, I'm like, all right, but where's Mikasa at though? I see Eren and I seen what's the blonde hair kid?
Army.
I see them two, and they get into the freaking cave, and you see Mikasa standing there, and then freaking the dude who's supposed to be Levi comes out and start caressing her face and shit. I'm like, I did do a pedophile. How long have you been?
Is weird, like
they messed up. Yeah. They messed up.
That element was never in Attack on Titan, man. Like that weird romance. Like there's some like underlying romance, but it was never like it was never very like small. Some big like crazy point of the story.
That was that I think I watched like 5 minutes past that part where like you meet Mikasa and fake Levi, and I was like, I can't do this show anymore.
We watched all of the first
I turned that shit off. Like,
but we didn't. None of us ever watched the second movie because the first movie was just so bad. We refused to watch the second movie.
The first one. The CGI was also super horrible in that one too. Like it was
CGI was not good. Yeah.
It legit looked like it was early 2000s.
The story was like butchered.
It was hella butchered, dude. It did not remind me of Attack on Titan.
I like how they attempted to do the same thing as Kenshin, where like it followed the same story, but it added their own flavor to it. But when they did it, they
added too much flavor to it.
They couldn't. They couldn't do it, man.
The central themes weren't even the same. Yeah,
the theme was not the same, dude.
Like Kenshin still kept the same themes. Yeah, and like generally the story was the same. Yeah, they just altered some little things. This one was like big alteration.
I don't even know what's happening.
This one had a whole new storyline. The only thing that was still the same was just the Titans were eating the people. That was it. And Eren was the main character. And I was like,
basically,
I'm fine with that. And then everything was just like,
The only scene I remember
Apple
is the apple, because you guys keep talking
about
keep making fun of it.
Why was there an apple?
It literally looks sad as frick.
No, it's like literally the camera's just on him. Yeah, it's on him, and then like the other dude, the fake Levi's talking. And then it's like he's absorbing all the information, but he kind of got like this deadpan look to him, and all of a sudden an apple hits him in the face. And like his reaction didn't really like he didn't really change.
He's like a dummy just standing.
What is this?
And I was just like, what the heck did I just watch?
Oh my god.
Maybe they should have let Hollywood do it. I don't know.
Honestly, I would agree with that. I would rather have Hollywood take on Attack on Titan.
They'll probably ruin it.
It probably wouldn't be good, but at least the Titans will look good.
The CGI at least will be top tier CGI, man. We gotta get some good stuff.
Honestly, after I saw how they butchered the story, I was like, I don't think the Americans could do worse. You know what I mean? Hollywood, I don't think the Hollywood would do. It probably could be as bad as that, but
like, you can't. It set the bar pretty low, man.
Yeah, that set the bar pretty low.
It's down there now, man. You just gotta do a little bit better than that. You good?
Yeah, The Room's probably a better movie than Attack on Titan.
No. I don't know, man. No, I don't know. That's debatable. The Room. Have you seen The Room?
No, I haven't seen The Room.
Didn't you watch it with Calliope? No, you didn't.
No.
We did.
You guys did.
Yeah.
Kenny
was watching it with it.
Calliope does her streams at night.
He left like 10 minutes in or something, I swear. But
that bad, huh?
Yeah.
It was
Not
so
bad.
funny, dude.
It's bad.
I would have continued, but then our side of the movie cut. It buffered.
Yeah,
and then I was like,
it wasn't working anymore.
Yeah.
You guys have any more thoughts on these live actions? Like, you guys have any other live actions you guys want to talk about?
One of my favorite one is Bloody Monday.
Oh yeah,
the series.
Bloody Monday, definitely.
The main character is the main character from AOT, Aaron. But like he's my
so much better in this, right?
Yeah, dude. Like he made this perfect because it's not that hard, you know.
Dude, you know the main character is also the main character from Kenshin.
He is?
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're the same character.
No,
What?
they're
No.
not. No.
No. The Kenshin character, he plays the friend. Never mind.
No.
He plays the friend.
You know why?
Monday? Yeah.
Because he already passed away, so he can't be the main character for Kenshin. But the main character,
for Attack on Titan. Yeah,
Yep.
he was a committed suicide.
Yeah, he
right?
committed suicide.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
last year he turned 30.
Yep.
Rip.
Oh,
RIP,
Rest in
dang.
peace.
Yeah.
So
The dude who played Kenshin played the side character. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bloody Monday is fucking amazing.
Oh,
Basically, it's
yeah.
just about these terrorists terrorizing Japan. It's called bioterrorism, which is they're basically kind of like COVID. They release
Yeah.
of
They were going to release
a
a
virus.
virus.
Yeah, and then they have the cure for it. So like
They were going to release it on. They were going to release it on a Monday.
yeah,
That's why it's called Bloody Monday.
Oh.
But then the main character is a super genius hacker. So
yeah.
he doesn't. They cyber battle. This is tight.
Yeah, dude, it's
I'll
fucking
probably check it
lit.
out. Wait, is it a movie or a series?
It's a series.
It's a series.
I'll
It's a
probably check it
2-season
out.
series. It's it's so fucking good when I watching and reading it, and then yeah, it was just so fucking good. And then-
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
I caught-
What do you like about it? Just the story.
yeah, I like the story, and then like everything that comes with it, and then they were like, oh, I remember they were like, 13.99 continuous is the same thing as 14 seconds, and I was like, damn, that is true.
What?
I need to watch
In
it
a
to
way,
understand
yeah,
the context.
Yeah.
but
It's just them talking about computer stuff.
Yeah,
They're very. It's very computer tech savvy because the main character is a legit like
Yeah.
super genius hacker, and his spoiler his teacher, or I think the nurse is the main character, main antagonist. She's the main
Yeah,
bad
dude,
guy.
she badass, bro.
Oh, she's so bad.
Every time she show up, it's going down.
and then like
Damn.
and then she tries to do something, and then he tries to do her, because they know that they're like each other's
bad
enemy,
guy.
but they can't say it out loud because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm still trying to trick you. So like so many, it's just like battle of the wits and stuff, and then like he just hacks
It's
into
fucking
things
great.
you think can't be hacked into. Like is this
Dude.
possible?
Yeah.
He was able to hack into the electric plug. I'm like,
I don't know, like
what?
he hacked into an electrical system and turned off lights and like did all this stuff.
I was like,
this is-
that's possible? What the fuck?
I think in the it was cool in the manga because his name was like Hawk or something.
He's
in the-
Falcon. He's Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon. So in the manga, so when they go to the cyberspace in the manga, he's a Falcon flying around.
Yeah, and then the other hacker is called Parrot, because he's a parrot.
Yep.
And then like he always beat the parrot, and then the parrot's like, "Damn, I need him on my team."
That's just,
you know?
dude,
Because he's the evil guy.
in the second arc, they have another super hacker named Pinocchio. So the
Yeah.
character for it's a Pinocchio and it's a Falcon. I'm like, dude, this is intense, man.
Wow.
Oh, like, it's just really good. I didn't finish the live action.
Oh, I
but
finished that shit, dude. I
finished the manga
hell
and the. I don't think they had an anime. They just
Pretty
had a
good.
No, they don't have an anime.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good.
So it's based off of manga, right?
Based
Yeah,
off
it's
the
based on
Yeah.
manga. Japanese
But the
manga.
last
It's so
arc
fucking
was
good.
like weak.
Yeah, the last arc is pretty weak.
Damn.
The first two
That's-
arcs were awesome. They're the
But
best.
I'll check it out
arc.
for sure. Yeah.
Dude, it's so
Bloody
fucking
Monday is
good.
a good adaptation.
Even though it's old, like it's so fucking good, dude.
Is it old? I thought it came out like in the 2000s.
10 years
Yeah,
ago?
2000s. Yeah.
More than 10 years ago.
Came out
before
2010.
Hey man, Old
before
Boy is
2010.
old. That came out like the early 2000s.
That holds a 5 out of 5, dude.
So yeah, I'll check it out.
This probably is a 5 out of 5, dude. That's my favorite. Dude.
Anybody else got any good adaptation they really liked?
Good?
Besides
Good nod.
Chihayafuru.
Chihayafuru?
Yeah.
Damn.
already said
I haven't seen it.
3 movies, pretty good. It's probably in terms of just Japanese live adaptations, because so it's excluding Oldboy, you know what I mean? Because that's a Korean.
yeah.
Is it with underlying conditions too?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not giving it a rating. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. But like I'm saying, it's probably like Kenshin's probably my favorite Japanese live adaptation. Chihayafuru is probably my second favorite.
And then Alice.
I was talking about specifically movies. Alice in Borderland obviously is
It's a series?
for now. Yeah, it's a series like Bloody Monday.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my favorite series.
Okay.
So I guess if we're talking about good stuff, yeah, Chihayafuru. If we're talking about bad stuff, I didn't like Terraformers or Ace Attorney. I didn't like.
Oh yeah.
What was kind of cool but kind of like dragged on was Kenshin. Have you guys seen the live action for that?
Cash.
That came out like mid 2000s.
Is that the Indian dude?
No.
Oh,
It had cool action. It had one really cool action scene.
I've only seen the anime version of Kenshin.
Oh, okay.
It sounds familiar.
It has one really good action scene, and then like the whole movie was super dragged on.
Kenshin was so hyped. I like Kenshin.
Wait, what's Kenshin?
Kenshin's a dude that looks like a ninja, but he's not a ninja.
He wears all white. Yeah. He kind of looks like he fights, and then when he gets serious, like he gets a mask comes on. It's basically like
he's Kamen Rider Ninja.
It's almost like Kamen Rider.
He's Kamen Rider Ninja.
He doesn't need a transform. He's a robot. He's always in that form. So
okay.
Yeah.
Kenshin's also.
We'll look it up later. That's just like an oldie. Like it was okay. It wasn't that good. It had a cool action scene. Outside of that, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can name a bunch. I watched a bunch. Like Inuyashiki was alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't like bad. Oh yeah, that one actress was in there too that I was talking about from Alice in Borderland.
Okay.
Your favorite hot actress.
Yep.
Your new waifu.
Yep.
3D waifu.
My 3D waifu.
Yeah.
Everybody has a 3D waifu.
Yeah.
I have plenty.
Yeah, there's so many I could talk about, but I think I've gotten them all off the major ones I wanted to talk about. I talked about.
Yeah.
Mine would just straight have to be Kenshin and Bloody Monday. Yeah. Horrible ones, we already talked about the horrible ones. I don't have the other horrible.
There's a lot of bad ones.
Bad ones are that's like finding a penny within a bunch of pennies. It's not hard to find.
We had to give a shout out to the good ones.
Yeah. Those are harder to find. And people don't really know about it because when they're
Bloody Monday, I'll check that out.
When they're too good, people don't expect that's adaptations.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we drew names and gave animes to each other to watch.
Yep.
So starting with me, everybody knows I got Sue. And Sue is behind the cameras right now working our equipments.
Yep.
I gave him 91 Days, which is pretty much about a mafia story revenge. So we'll get more into it.
Next week, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, as you may know, I got Justin. And I'm going to recommend him the best anime out there.
What is that?
Arwa.
Why do you know? Can't even say.
Awari. No, sir.
Awari.
No, sir.
I got David, and I'm recommending him Suzumiya Haruhi.
The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I have not seen that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be something.
It's not that surprising.
That's true.
If you were huge into anime at that time, like into the anime culture, like community and stuff like that, you probably would have heard of it. But if you weren't, then it's not surprising that you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I skipped over it.
Well, I knew you didn't watch it, so I was like, you know what?
Just
what's it?
I'll give it a shot, see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then for me, I got Sia.
Oh, yeah.
And I know Sia likes, his romance, kind of his shoujo or josei romance.
Right.
He's into like Fruits Basket. And there's
best anime out there.
Other than Fruits Basket, I just forgot. And he's also into sports, like he likes Haikyuu and stuff like that. So I suggested him Chihayafuru.
Oh, yeah. That's ProZD's favorite one?
Yep. ProZD's favorite.
I see.
His number one favorite anime. Yep.
That was on my watch list.
I might have to go watch it myself now. I'll watch along with you, Sia.
And then for the last person,
Sue, who recommended me. What is Sue?
He recommended Andrew.
He got you, Andrew. I was like, who the hell?
I can just say because it's me. So he recommended me Classroom Crisis.
Oh, the fuck is that?
That is probably the lowest rated anime on my anime out of everyone's.
That's so troll. Well,
you know what?
You just said you like trashy anime.
We like these anime.
Trashy anime. Hey, let me know how it goes, man. I just might give it a shot.
Just good waifus is all my requirement to watch.
Good waifus.
Series, all right, so we're gonna watch these, and then next week we're gonna come back and talk about them.
See what everybody thinks.
Yep.
Today was another good session. Talking about live action, Kenshin movie review. We'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment in the bottom below.
We have Facebook,
I have
Patreon.
OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? Thanks again, my friends, for joining us this session.
Yeah.
Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.